Welcome to Green and Woke on YouTube. We hope you enjoyed this segment. The link to the entire podcast can be found in the description box. Yes, and we're back. I have a great guest today, Charlee Newman from Rise of Broken Women. She's the founder of that organization. Hi, Charlee. Glad to have you on.
Hi, how are you? I am so excited. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for doing this for us. So do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to start Rise of Broken Women, this wonderful organization?
Yes, domestic violence survivor. I also became homeless in February of 2008. It was on a Friday at 5 p.m.
Wow.
And I had nowhere to go. I was devastated, shocked, and desperately trying to keep in control. I immediately, collected myself to stay focused because I knew if I didn't, I would lose it. And the thing is, you can't lose it. You have to stay focused because if you don't stay focused, you can't help yourself.
Okay.
So that evening, with nowhere to go, and I called my one of my friends I've known for several years. I said, "Look, just help me out for 2 weeks. I said, a job that I got to complete, when I get paid, I'll be able to, put myself in some housing." She says, "Okay, give me a call within an hour." I called her back in an hour. I called her at 15 minutes past the hour, and no response.
Oh no!
So that Friday till Monday morning, my bedroom was on the A train.
Oh wow!
Okay. And at that point, the Monday morning came. Then I took myself down to 30th Street between 8th and 7th Avenue to Oliveri, which is a drop-in center. There's a difference between a drop-in center and a shelter.
Okay.
A shelter, you're assigned to a bed. Okay, but you have to leave from the morning, and you have to be back in by 5 to keep your bed.
Oh.
But as a drop-in center, you're sitting. You can stay all day, but you're sitting at a table with 4 people per table, and that's your. If you want to take a nap, that's where you would sleep at during the day. You would eat in that spot. That's your spot.
Oh.
The caseworkers were upstairs. And they fed you anything that was left over. We didn't get the proper foods. We never were served hardly any green leafy vegetables or everything was double starch. So
wow.
I was in this crazy atmosphere, or I can't even imagine what to call it, for 2 years.
2 years.
For 2 years, I had no clothing, no underwear. Young women were so upset that you go to the security guard and you would ask them, "Could we get a tampon or sanitary napkin?" They say, "Go in the bathroom, get you some toilet paper or anything else that you can use."
Oh, come on!
And it was humiliating. Humiliating enough that you can't wash your clothes.
Right.
Underwear with me was obsolete. Okay, there was no such thing.
Wow.
Because you had no way of keeping yourself clean. This is what goes on in a drop-in center, and that's exactly what it is. So once we're in there, from in the morning, 12 till the evening, around 7:30 p.m. in the evening, a bus would come and pick up all the women and the men. And they will take you to what they call church bed, where all of these churches, the government would give them X amount of dollars to have these women and men sleep in their churches.
Really?
And we called it church bed. So you're there, you get there, say like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. They give you some food and stuff, and then you pull out little rollaway beds, and that's your bed for the evening. They have blankets and pillows for you to sleep. And then you have to be up by 5. The bus picks you up at 5:30 and takes you right back to the drop-in center, where at 6:30, where you're sitting at a table again all day long.
Oh
my
my
legs
God.
swelled up, and you weren't allowed to go out too much because people, they would congregate around businesses, and the police would come in and they would make you move. But then from that point on, I said, okay, enough of this. So I to this day, I can't remember how that came about. I went to the Manhattan Neighborhood Network, and I started educating myself. So I became a certified producer and director, and I created my own talk show, Let's Just Talk.
Oh, okay.
And I learned that. Then I taught myself. I already had some experience in web design, so I started doing web design. Then I wrote a development book, so I'm still trying to put that together.
Okay.
But that's going to be based on my story about my self-development, and how I can show people how they can read, and I can give them and show them how you can do it. First of all, you have to block out a lot of things, all the noise in your head that you create.
Right.
Not so much the noise on the outside, it's the noise that you create in your head.
Oh, okay.
When I was in the shelter, I felt lower than a prostitute.
Oh my.
Why? How? Okay, this is how. You can't get your hair done. I say get your hair did.
Right.
You can't get makeup. You can't put your face on. You can't put nice clothes on. There's no stockings, no heels. I was in a place where I did not see.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to know who you are. No. So it was a point to where if food wasn't where, it was so bad. And this is the honest to God truth. And around the corner was this Chinese restaurant. So I would stand, near it, and people would come out with their little doggy bags, and they would throw them in the garbage.
Oh.
Well, I would get my lunch. I would eat right out of the garbage. And these are things people say, oh, I would never do that. Sweetheart, just keep living.
That's it. You never know. You can't say what you won't do. That's it.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That's it. Yeah, so that's what I did. Then I got to the point that I was exhausted because I wasn't sleeping properly, because you're in a room with a bunch of women, flatulence was going on, snoring, and it was just, people's bodies. And that's how the rise of broken women was created, because we're all broken.
Right.
So I said, in order for me to talk to them, I need to repair myself.
Right.
But I'm still the rise of broken women, because I ate it, I slept it, I dreamt it, I was part of it, I breathed it, I washed it, you name it, I did it.
Wow.
Okay? Yes.
What a testimony, I tell you. Ooh. But you're helping people, though. That's what's important now.
Yes. You have to. The relief I will feel, my relief would come after the necessary steps I needed to take to share the knowledge I've gained.
Yes.
Sharing hope, support, and trying to reverse some of the shared pain from feelings like the separation from life, the isolation, depression, and segregation. This is what captivated me about the dream. This was my dream. This was sent to me by God, because He woke my behind up and said, "Hey, what you doing?"
Wow. He used you as a vessel to help so many other people. Yes.
Absolutely. Yes, He did. And then my journey started.
Okay.
So, and the thing what it's based on is the dignity.
Right.
That I can help these women with. Get back your dignity.
That's it.
Get your voice back. You have a voice.
Right.
Okay? But if we all come together, we could be a bigger voice.
Yes. And
so that's what I did.
Okay, and that's so important. With this is May and it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So in regard to
that's the day my event is on that.
okay,
Day.
okay. Because in regard to the mental health of women who are trying to get back on their feet, just being able to be their best, which means looking their best, feeling their best, taking care of basic personal needs. I mean, all of that is part of a person's self-esteem, the sense of dignity, pride, and their self-worth. So what would you say is, essential for someone to be able to rebuild their life? What are the basic things they would need just to be able to get themselves up out of bed and make something happen for themselves?
Well, number one is that for others, that's a hard thing to do.
Yes.
It takes a person that's been there in order to, you don't push, you nudge.
Okay.
You don't push,
that's important.
You don't nudge. You don't tell them what to do. You don't tell them how to do it.
Right.
You ask, how do you feel?
Yeah.
Can I help you? You can talk to me when you get a chance, and then back off. Because if you don't, you push them deeper and further into that area, into themselves, that it will never come forward.
Right. Okay.
So we can't do that. It's a different mindset. And this is what a person has to be. When you're in a shelter, you don't realize that you're out of society.
Wow.
Really. Nobody knows you exist.
Oh.
You're a statistic on a list of homelessness, and that's it.
Oh man. And we don't really think about it. We don't. Others that's going on with their lives don't even think about people in conditions like that.
Absolutely, because no one sees or hears you because they don't want the involvement.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Watch yourself. I used to do that. I watch her. Damn, why don't they get a job? Do you know that there are some, you can't change them all. Okay, number one, there are two types of homeless people.
Okay.
You got your regulars and your irregulars. Okay.
Oh.
The irregulars are the only visual homeless people that you see. You know why? Because they're on the street.
Okay.
The ones that are in shelters are invisible. You don't see them.
Whew. And in other areas too. I just saw a report the other day talking about people in the tunnels of Las Vegas or something like that. And who would think that people would actually be living in tunnels?
They call them the mole people.
Oh my God. I tell you.
They live in there's several of them here in New York City.
Okay.
And these are families that live underground.
Wow.
They have fixed it where they can get electricity. And these are old tracks that the train that the subway cars don't use anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and the only way that you would know that they exist if you saw the blueprint that the city has when they're checking tunnels.
So they know they're down there?
No, they've been blocked off.
Oh, okay.
The entryways aren't.
Oh, okay.
They're old. I mean,
yeah.
These are doors that, finally rusted so you can go below.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. And there's so much, especially with our women. I mean, just imagine, if you will, the difficulty of a homeless woman faces during her menstrual cycle.
Right.
How would you feel if you had to use dirty rags, newspapers, or whatever you could get your hands on to take care of those basic human needs? How do you think this affects these women physically, mentally, socially, emotionally, environmentally?
Right.
Because they wear the tampon so long, then they come with toxic shock syndrome.
Oh, okay.
That's TSS.
Right.
It's from tampons wearing them longer than you should.
So that's what your organization is really all about, and it stresses the importance of donating the feminine hygiene products, right? Okay.
That's what I'm doing. Yes, that's what I'm doing. And you know, it's wow.
Because
I mean, it's breathtaking.
Because these are things that we take for granted. But but for those women and teens who are struggling and having to deal with their cycles can be a huge obstacle, because they don't, people like, the ones that are on assistance like food stamps, for instance, they don't even, there's no help given for hygiene products, since they're considered.
Okay. Let me share with you that, since you hit something that I was going to elaborate on anyway, but since you're there, let me piggyback off of that real quick.
Okay.
Now, what happens is women in the shelter, period, what they do is they will, this is ridiculous, they would take their benefit money and to buy something, just to get money so they can buy sanitary products. Now, the EBT classifies sanitary napkins, tampons, anything on that level, panty liners, paper products.
Oh my goodness!
And it don't cover that. They don't cover toilet paper. They don't cover tissues. They don't cover soap and stuff like that you need to keep yourself cleansed.
So these are considered, they're taxed as luxury items in 45 states.
They could, absolutely. Now, I had followed it for a while, and then I didn't see anymore where the bill was on the table to add to EBT, where you could use only make an exception for getting tampons or sanitary napkins, because we're suffering out here. Women are suffering.
Yes.
We're suffering. We are suffering. Even in the shelters, we're suffering.
And that's so unfair. That is so unfair, because feminine needs for women are not covered, but pills like Viagra for men are by health insurance. That's ridiculous. It's like, come on.
Ain't that something?
Women are, oh gosh. Haven't we caught up yet? These misogynistic views, I tell you, the people that's making these laws are ridiculous. That's unbelievable.
Menstrual products are necessary for a healthy survival.
Yes. Bottom line. That's
it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, the alternatives that a woman resorts can lead to long-term health risks, including urinary tract infections, cervical cancer. It's a financial burden. Menstruation is one you can help relieve. No woman should sacrifice her self-respect every month because she cannot afford the necessities.
Right.
Daily necessities. Okay? So my mission is, when I created the Rise of Broken Women, I wanted to donate feminine hygiene products to homeless women in shelters and homeless women on the streets of New York City. The importance of donating feminine hygiene products to homeless women in shelters and women on the street cannot be overstated. The product help them stay clean and environmentally safe and reduce future risk in health risks. Right. So this is my outreach project. This is what the Broken Women is about. It shows support, understanding, and we understand the needs through sponsorships to collect and distribute feminine hygiene products for women in shelters and women on the street.
Oh, and that's fantastic. So, since we are green and woke, should women consider donating things like clean and washed bras, slips, camisoles, and other used items that they might have without throwing them away? Maybe they can donate them.
I pick them up. If I can pick them up, I pick them up.
Okay.
I like I told you, my floor is covered with with napkins, face and stuff, so they can look pretty. Even I'm collecting underwear and stuff like that, because these are things nobody think about. Bras. I mean,
right.
The women's breasts and these drop-in centers are dangerous. All shelters are actually dangerous, because there was a couple of girls that were raped.
Oh, oh man, that's terrible.
At 9 points. So we go through a lot, and then I also I support as well as the LGBT, LQT, and because these are, the lesbians that are trying to get into shelters, and they end up on the street and beaten and what have you. And then you have, the other women, the ones that they consider as dykes and butchies, they rape them because they think that they need to see what it feels like to have a man.
Oh, that's terrible.
All of these things I know all about. I'm trying to get into the prison system with my product as well, because it's there too, my dear.
Really?
Sweetheart, I told you there's so much that I've been educating people a lot with this that people don't know what's going on.
Well,
and that's what my mission is, the Rise of Broken Women. It consists of mothers, survivors, leaders, scholars, sisters, friends, and daughters. We share stories of triumph and devastating losses and everything perceived in between.
Wow. Well, you're doing a fantastic job. And you've just enlightened me so much as to what's really going on out there, because we don't know. If people that aren't going through it don't really take the time, I guess, to find out what's actually happening with other people and people who could really use our, help. As far as just donating soap and feminine products and things that we take for granted. We go in the bathroom and grab a bar of soap, or we have what we need, but there's so many people that don't. That's it. Oh, wow. So,
absolutely.
If people want to know more about your organization,
and let me share something with you.
Sure.
Each night now, thousands of unsheltered homeless people sleep on New York City streets, in subway systems, and in other public spaces.
Whew, and that's just New York, and we're talking all over the country.
And I got the statistics and there is no accurate measurement.
Oh my God!
Of unsheltered homeless population. It states that it's approximately pretty close to over 4,000 women that are on the street. It's 11,000 men that sleep on the street.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, that's devastating.
State that as of March, there were 63,029 homeless people, including 15,000 plus homeless families, and I think it was like 22 plus homeless children sleeping each night in New York City shelter system. Families make up 3/4
really?
of the homeless population.
Wow. And we're in the United States of America. I have no idea why they can't do more.
See?
Why can't they do more? Why can't the government do more? But we as individuals need to do our parts. So
we do.
So how can people get in touch with you to help with your organization?
You can go to my website. It has all that information. You can contact me there.
Okay.
The thing is, we need to do something, and I'm out here. I need your help.
Yes.
I need to donate. If you can't, what you can do is send me your email. I send you one of my flyers that I have for donations. This is staggering. Let me tell you the number, because this is in New York now. Sleeping each night it has risen 73% higher. This is as of April 2019.
Really?
The number of homeless single adults is 150% higher than it was 10 years ago.
Really? And it's not getting better. It's getting worse. Oh my goodness. You would think that more awareness would make it better, but it's getting worse. That's terrible.
Nobody's doing anything. The thing is, you know what, excuse me, but what pisses me off, I see these people out here. I see one woman said, oh yeah, I know somebody that's doing what you're doing. I said, no, you don't. And she looked at me real funny. I said, no, she don't. And they said, why do you say that? I said, because I was in the shelter for 2 years. What's your story?
See, and that's what makes your testimony so strong. You lived through this, so you know what you're talking about, and you want to make a difference.
And I want to make a difference, not because I'm concerned.
Right.
Because I'm concerned with my health. When I was in there, I contracted bladder infection.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that. Yes.
Because it's you go to the bathroom and you don't know who the hell you're sitting on top of. And you can't hold it.
Right.
So I would hold it till I just can't hold it anymore, and I would go, and it was like the toilet seat, Jesus, peas and rice. It was just
wow,
unbelievable. This is astronomical. And believe it or not, the statistics, it's African Americans and Latinos affected by homelessness is approximately 58%.
Really?
In the city of New York. Okay? And how that's made up is African Americans, it's 31%. Okay, and then Latinos, it's 7%. Asian America is 3%. I'm telling you something now.
Wow.
I'm telling you something else that people don't know. You have some Jews out there that's homeless, but you ain't gonna see too many. You ain't gonna hear about them.
Right.
I do. I know. They. Let me tell you something. It's 1% of that.
1%. Wow.
Out of 8.5 million people in
New York City. Oh my goodness. And I could just imagine what the statistics are nationwide. It's
1.8 million homeless people within the United States.
In the United States of America. Over a million people with no place.
I got your number, honey.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So you're just proving how much this is really, really needed, and help is needed.
Yes, absolutely. And if you can text me your email, I can send you my flyer.
Okay.
The thing is, with the women on the street, they're protected by their boyfriends, and they don't want to be split up because they're losing their, I guess you could say, their bodyguard, so to speak.
Oh yeah. I can understand that. It's got to be scary out there. Oh my God.
Scary out there.
It's got to be scary. Oh my goodness.
Very scary. So these shelters that are up into the Bronx and to very poverty it's all of this is part of it.
Okay.
I mean, where you have a child, a young girl that's menstruating, and you have to choose between food on the table or getting her what she needs for her menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
So what happens? She stays home. So she misses time in school.
Right. That was...
I want to stop this.
And see, and even around the world in countries, particularly like in Africa and India, where they have certain religious and cultural beliefs that lay an extra layer of shame to, the menstrual cycle. It's like, and then a lack of the hygiene products can literally mean that a girl have to miss school, like you said, or a woman have to miss work, and that's taken away from them academically and economically. So what can you say that we can work with to take away a stigma of menstrual cycles? I mean, that's natural. Donate,
but be careful who you're donating to.
Right,
okay?
Right.
I'm not asking for donations to rack up my digits. we raised, $1.2 million.
Right.
I don't want to see that. I want to make sure that $1.2 million that there are sanitary
products,
hygiene in every household, every shelter, and in the hands of every woman on the street.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, definitely. We'll do our part to
do this,
spread the word. Exactly. We'll definitely post it on our Facebook pages and the information that we share. So we want to get the word out to try to help you with this.
I'm sorry if I overtalk, but girl, you just hit a button with me, honey.
No, you're so passionate. Like I was telling you, that's great because you're doing a really wonderful work. These women and young ladies need you out here. They need you. So keep up that work. So
yes, ma'am.
Godspeed. Keep up your strength because you are needed. I had no idea it was, I'm glad that we're able to share this and to get the word out and just to let people know what's really going on out there because people don't think about it. We go about our daily lives and if it doesn't affect us personally, out of sight, out of mind, as they say. So, yeah, we need to get this out there.
And that's what I'm trying, and I just want everyone out there that will be listening to this. I want you to think about yourself. How would you feel?
Right.
If you can think about you, then you can think about us.
That's it. Ah.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
My favorite line that I use is, I rise, I have risen, and I rose.
Awesome.
I am the rise of broken women.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Charlee Newman. It has been fascinating to talk to you. I am so happy that we had a chance to hear more about your organization and to see what we can do to help, those of us that really want to help the cause and we know how to get in touch with you. And that was riseofbrokenwomen.org. And again, we will post that information on our pages as well so that we can get that information out. And this will be on our show. And I'll also have your interview on our YouTube page as well. So we just really want to get the word out there.
Oh, thank you. I am so happy. But my heart is for the women out there.
Yes.
That includes you too, because one day,
thank you.
We're aging. Okay?
Yes, we are.
And certain things we're not going to be able to get our hands on, and we need to make sure that somebody out there is going to be thinking about us.
No, definitely. It's the cycle. Yes, keep it going. The cycle continues.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, okay. Well, you're definitely a friend of Green and Woke, so I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon. Thank you for this interview.
So I can tell you the rest of the stuff I've been doing.
Okay. And that would be great. Okay. Well, bye for now, and you have a great day.
And you too. Bless you all.
Oh, bless you too. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Well, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us. Tune in next month for an all-new episode of Green and Woke. And remember to keep it simple, keep it constant, keep it green, and together we can build a better planet.